Hello everyone, it's game 9 time today. The IPL comes back once again to Chennai. Two teams, one team, Mumbai Indians, slightly better than what they were in the previous game. They snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, face off against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, who coming off a heartbreaking loss, a game that they should have won easily. They sort of threw it away right from the 15th over till the end. How do these two teams match up? I'm happy in the first place that yesterday also my prediction went right. I hope today it will be another day where my prediction would go right. Let's see. But before that, how do both the teams stack up? The Mumbai Indians versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Let's first look at the Mumbai Indians squad for today. The Mumbai Indians coming off a very good victory. That is the nature of Mumbai Indians. I think they always know what to do which is right and at what time they should do that. They knew that they possibly had a sniff at victory the moment they got a couple of wickets out, especially when they got Eoin Morgan and Shakib Al Hasan out in consecutive deliveries, and then all of a sudden they strangulated the opposition. Brilliant bowling by Rahul Chahar, came back very well in game 2. Krunal Pandya again bowling a very good spell, and then when they have a Trent Bolt and a Jasprit Bumrah, Rohit Sharma's work gets a lot easier. That's the kind of bowling attack that they have. It's a bowling attack that you just have to just admire and say that and give them the respect that they need to get. And from a batting point of view, yes, they've not really set the stage on fire. But then again, having said that, knowing this team well, we all know how they can just finish off games with their bat. They can bat opponents out, they can bowl opponents out. While they might be tempted to play Jayant Yadav just to ensure that he sort of gets David Warner out. But in a bowling lineup that's got a Trent Bolt, a Jasprit Bumrah, a bowler like Rahul Chahar, I really don't know if they'll want to make a change to the winning combination. Marco Jansen hasn't done bad really. He's bowled well. He's a youngster. Imagine an 18 or 19-year-old coming in there amongst all these greats and he sort of creating his own identity. They've done well. What might be one concern could just be that how soon can Quinton de Kock get back to form? Surya Kumar Yadav, absolutely. He's hit a purple patch for ages now and he's doing very well. How good would Quinton de Kock, how quickly can a de Kock and a Nishan Kishan score? And then they'll want one of the Pandyas and Pollard to sort of go big. I think that's an area that Mumbai will want to just ensure that they get in so that then they get into that momentum of winning. And once they are winning, they don't stop. So this is going to be my team for Mumbai Indians for today's game. And now we are going to look at the Sunrisers Hyderabad. What more can we say? I think a game that they had it in their bags. I think they just threw the game away. Poor shot selection. Panic. There needn't have been any panic for them. They got into that panic and then it all went haywire for them. A game that they could have easily won. Well, yes, they were playing against a quality RCB side, no doubt about it. But then couldn't really throw this game out. And David Warner's face showed it all. Absolutely a shocking defeat. But what's important is they'll need to quickly rebound from this because IPL, yes, they've lost 2 games. They'll not want to lose a third game. Then it becomes a case of, are we really into the playoffs? Have we got that squad? That's the kind of lack of belief that shouldn't come into their particular team and the mindset there. So for starters, what is it that I feel they'll need to do a lot of changes. Manish Pandey, yes, he's been good. He scored those 30s and 40s, but in T20s, you don't expect to score 30s and 40s at a strike rate of 100. If you're scoring at a strike rate of 100 in your initial pace of the game, then you need to take that up to say somewhere around 140 or 150 and then finish off games. Manish Pandey hasn't been able to do that. So they need to get in someone, and I think Priyam Garg fits the bill there. The young lad, under 19 lad, he had a good game last year against the CSK and played a couple of good knocks. So if he can come in at number 3, Warner, Saha and Priyam Garg, yes, you might want to get Bairstow up, but given that the middle order is slightly brittle till Kane Williamson comes back, because Kane Williamson is still not yet completely fit. His elbow still has a bit of a niggle. So I'd say that get Warner and Saha to open. Saha has to go all out blazing so that Warner can play through the entire innings with Priyam Garg coming in at number 3 and Bairstow coming in at number 4. Give the youngster an opportunity. And somewhere I think Vijay Shankar hasn't really done much justice to the place given. Last match was a great opportunity for him to finish it off. They were going at around 8 to 9 runs per over required run rate, which is definitely manageable in a T20 game. Sort of once again panic crept in, didn't really fit the bill there. So I somewhere feel that you'll have to give weight. He'll have to give weight to someone. I've been telling that over the past couple of matches when SRH have played. I'm not sure why they're not going ahead with Abhishek Sharma. By the looks of it, he seems fit. There aren't any injury niggles or any kind of worries for him from a fitness perspective. I think they'll need to get in Abhishek Sharma there, because Abhishek Sharma coming in, they can promote Samad to number 5, Abhishek Sharma at number 6. Remember, Abhishek Sharma is a left arm spinner as well, so that gives them an additional option. And then follow up with Jason Holder, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Rashid Khan, the three critical bowlers, and T. Natarajan. And will they want to continue with Shahbaz Nadeem? I still feel that they should give him a chance. He's done well in the last game, had one not so very good over, but otherwise he's bowled very well. He can be a power play bowler. Yes, he'll have to bowl against a Quinton de Kock, but you never know. These are the kind of matchups that always throw up something exciting. He gets a wicket or two in the first 6 overs, then SRH can really pounce and capitalize on that. So all in all, they'll need to make these changes. Don't just go by reputations, because sometimes reputations don't really lead you to results. You need the influx of young energy, and when you have that in your squad, I think it's better late than never to you to sort of give them the opportunity. They'll grab it with both hands. So that's my lineup for today's game for SRH. It's a tight game for SRH, to be honest. They are up against a mighty Mumbai Indians, and when Mumbai Indians sense a win and they get that win, they go on a roll, and that roll is really unstoppable. So if you look at favourites, both two teams, Mumbai Indians definitely favourites for today's game. I'm not discounting Sunrisers, but I somewhere feel MI have the edge in today's game. All the best to both sides.